Hi everyone, in this video we will see how to run a JavaScript in your LoadRunner scripts. For this example, I'm creating a simple HTML script, simple web or HTML protocol script. So in this script, just before starting the example, just I want to give a few points to be noted. Like the JavaScript can be executed only in web HTTP or HTML protocol or Ajax Trueland protocol. So Ajax Trueland protocol will give you just getting an element and just getting a hidden values or this kind of information. But in HTML script, web protocol script, basically it's web protocol script, and you can execute a JavaScript which are not relevant to document and window. Okay, so yeah, now let's get into the scripting part. So first, uh, let me I have added some examples here. So now, yeah, if you come to this script running a large.js script, so this is a function actually which we use to run your JavaScript in LoadRunner. So why the question comes, why we need to run a JavaScript in LoadRunner? Let's take an example like you have a scenario like encoding your password when logging, or sending a encoded card number in your payment gateway, or when you have something that you need to be done from the front end and send it in your report body or in your request or request headers, so this will help. So now if you see this, so now we have web underscore j. This is a function which will help us to run your JavaScript. So this is the code what you want to run it. So we have multiple arguments in this web underscore js and web js underscore run. So the first argument is a code which you want to run. Okay. Uh, you can add file here and you can add the code here. So from the file you will have the code from, you will have the uh, like if you have a code in your file, you can pass that file here directly to execute, or you can give the lines of code which to be triggered or executed. And this is source file from where I want to run it. Okay, so you are running some addition function in your code. So if you want to, uh, you can directly add c equal to a plus b in this function, or if you want to call already predefined function which you have in already library, then you need to call that function here and add the library file here. And so this way, one more point to highlight here is LoadRunner will not download the JS if you give it directly the web URL like http slash domain name slash the file name. So that will not will be downloaded by LoadRunner dynamically, and it won't execute. So for that, what you need to do is like you need to download the JS file into local, and by right clicking on extra file, create a new file, add your JS with complete extension, and so then after adding that, you can see the files here. So this was a cryptojs is a source library file which I'm using to encode encode, and this is the encode dot password is a my method which my function which I have given here to encrypt that value. Okay, so now this is the text that I want to encode, and this is my string that I'm using to encode my value, that is password. Okay, so you can pass these values dynamically. We can pass these values dynamically by using lr eval string, so that you can the functions we can use, and we can pass it from a parameter. We can pull the value from a parameter, and you can make it more even dynamic to send your passwords dynamically. Okay, so that is not a concern. So for time being, I have hard coded this. and this is a crypto.js file which I am using to encrypt my password. Okay, and I'm returning the encrypted password. So now if you go to the action, so here the first web underscore run, I have imported the library. Okay, just I have imported the library into my LR script, VGen script. So now the VGen will have my crypto.js source into VGen while runtime. And the second web underscore JS, what we are using here now is I am using the encode.js as a source file, encode.js as a source file, and encode as a function which is declared here. Okay, this encode function. And when I'm running this, so what LR will do is this will take it from this JS file and it will execute. So this is a JS file and it will look for the function encode password. And when it comes to the crypto.js, so we already imported the library into your region memory. So that will look for the JS already you imported and it will execute the required the JS and it will return the value. So here you're returning the value and in the LR you are saying that result param. So now if you see the difference, the first function, first web underscore JS run and second JS underscore run. So the second function have one more parameter extra, which is result param. So the output of this function is same in this result res variable. So let's run it once. I'm running it. Yeah, it executed. Let's open the, so this is the encoded value. This is the encoded value. So I'm making a note again. Uh, so JS, LoadRunner will not execute the in-memory functions. And the second point is you need to modify the JS files if there is a code related document dot or window dot code. So because the LoadRunner will don't understand the document and window objects, so you need to replace that lines with your respective statements, and you need to run it. So and the third point, what I want to confirm is that unless you won't do web underscore reset, you will have another function which is called web js underscore reset. So if you don't use web underscore reset, it will not clear the already imported JS. So if you use this line in between the two functions, then you will see the exception and you will see the failure because this encode.js is using crypto.js file and which is don't know where it is. So if it was imported initially and I'm resetting it, so when you reset it, LoadRunner will clear the JS memory and again it will run. So when it's running, it will not find crypto.js which you already imported before. So make sure you are using a web underscore JS reset at right place. So yeah, so this is how we need to execute our JavaScript and LoadRunner. Thanks for listening, this.